Watch this before you make another decision. Every decision you make shapes your future. But the problem is most people overthink, hesitate, or let fear make choices for them. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, or someone else's approval before they act. But here's the truth. There is no perfect decision. The only bad decision is the one you never make. Too many people are stuck because they're afraid of making the wrong move. They analyze everything to death, waiting for 100% certainty. But that's not how life works. The people who succeed aren't the ones who get every decision right. They're the ones who make a call, learn from the outcome, and keep moving. They don't waste time stuck in what ifs. They take action and adjust as they go. Another mistake, making decisions based on what other people will think. If your choices are driven by fear of judgment, you're already losing. Your friends, your family, social media, and any of them have to live with your decisions. You do. So why let them dictate your path? If you want real success, you have to stop caring about outside opinions and start trusting yourself. And let's talk about patience. People mess up their biggest decisions because they're too focused on short-term rewards. They chase quick money, instant validation, or overnight success. But the real winners play the long game. They make decisions based on where they want to be in 10 years, not 10 minutes. Every major success story comes from someone who had the patience to build, learn, and stay committed while everyone else got distracted. At the end of the day, decision-making comes down to one thing: action. Stop waiting for the stars to align. Stop overanalyzing and looking for guarantees. Make the best choice you can with the information you have, and then own it. Win or lose, every decision is a step forward. Speed beats perfection. Most people waste years waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect execution. But while they're stuck overthinking, someone else is out there taking action, learning from their mistakes, and getting ahead. The truth is, perfection is just an excuse for procrastination. Nothing great was ever built by someone who sat around waiting for everything to be just right. The best businesses, the most successful people, and the biggest breakthroughs all happened because someone moved fast. They didn't have all the answers. They didn't have a flawless strategy, but they took action, learned in real time, and kept improving. Speed creates momentum, and momentum beats perfection every single time. People think that waiting means they're being smart, that taking their time will lead to a better outcome, but in reality, waiting usually leads to nothing. The more time you spend analyzing, the less time you spend executing. And the longer you wait, the harder it gets to start. The ones who win are the ones who make a move before they feel 100% ready, knowing they'll figure it out along the way. Perfectionists fail because they're chasing an illusion. No product, no business, no decision will ever be perfect. And the irony, perfectionists often end up producing worse results because they never actually put anything into the world. The person who launches at 80% and improves in real time will always be ahead of the person who waits for 100% and never starts. Speed also builds confidence. When you take action quickly, you build resilience. You learn how to adapt, how to pivot, and how to trust yourself. You stop being afraid of failure because you realize that every mistake is just part of the process. And the more you move, the more you learn, and the faster you grow. Make decisions for yourself, not for validation. Too many people live their lives based on what others will think. They pick careers, start businesses, or make personal choices, not because they truly want to, but because they're chasing approval. They want their parents to be proud, their friends to be impressed, or social media to applaud them. But when you make decisions for validation, you end up building a life that isn't even yours. If your choices are driven by external opinions, you're already losing. No matter what you do, people will always have something to say. Some will support you, some will doubt you, and some will criticize you just because they can. If you let that noise dictate your path, you'll constantly be shifting directions, trying to please everyone while never actually being happy. The harsh truth, nobody else has to live with your decisions, you do. So why give them that power? Making decisions for yourself isn't about being selfish. It's about being honest. What do you actually want? What excites you? What kind of life do you want to build? These are the only questions that matter. The people who win are the ones who have the courage to trust their own instincts, even when the world doesn't understand their choices. Chasing validation also leads to regret. Imagine waking up 10 years from now, realizing you spent a decade making decisions based on what other people wanted, only to feel empty inside. That's the reality for so many people who never had the guts to break free from expectations. But the ones who succeed, they choose their own path. And that confidence is what ultimately earns them real respect, not from seeking approval, but from staying true to themselves. The moment you stop making decisions to impress others is the moment you start actually living. When you stop chasing likes, praise, and external validation, you gain the freedom to build a life that's truly yours. And that's the only kind of success that actually matters. Think in decades, not days. Most people fail because they're obsessed with short-term wins. They want instant success, fast money, and overnight results. They start something new, a business, a fitness journey, a creative project, and if they don't see immediate progress, they quit. But success doesn't work that way. The people who actually win are the ones who play the long game. They make decisions based on where they want to be in 10 years, not in 10 minutes. When you think long term, you stop making desperate moves. You stop chasing trends just because they're hot right now. You stop worrying about every little setback because you understand that one bad day or one bad month doesn't define the outcome. The people who succeed aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who keep showing up year after year, improving little by little until they're undeniable. Long-term thinking also gives you patience. When you're focused on the bigger picture, you don't panic when things don't happen immediately. You don't expect massive results in a week. You understand that mastery takes time, that every skill, every business, every worthwhile goal requires years of consistent effort. Instead of rushing, you embrace the process. The biggest mistake people make is giving up too soon. They put in the work for a few weeks or months, don't see instant success, and decide it's not for them. But if they had just stuck with it for 5 more years, their life could have been completely different. The people who think in decades, they're the ones who build empires, become experts, and create real impact. Thinking long-term forces you to build real foundations. Instead of shortcuts, you focus on skills. Instead of hype, you focus on value. Instead of chasing what's easy, you commit to what actually lasts. When you stop looking for quick wins and start thinking about legacy, everything changes. Conclusion: success isn't about quick wins or chasing instant gratifications, about playing the long game, making decisions for yourself, and moving with speed instead of waiting for perfection. The people who achieve real success aren't the ones looking for validation or fearing failure. They're the ones who trust their vision, take action, and stay committed for years, not just days. The world rewards those who are patient, resilient, and willing to adapt. If you stop making decisions based on fear, stop seeking approval, and start thinking in decades instead of days, you'll separate yourself from 99% of people. The choice is yours: stay stuck in short-term thinking or start building something that lasts.